welcome. The focus of today's live class is all about how we can keep our focus and our energy about our health coaching business without feeling lonely while we're working all by ourselves, to having one person in our company. And let's just acknowledge it can be hard to stay motivated, focused, to continue to have that high energy and passion when you work by yourself. But it is absolutely vital for our health coaching businesses to have a plan for when we lack focus and when we feel lonely. So I think we can see from all the comments today, we have all been there. So listen closely, take notes, so you can develop a game plan for productive days ahead. And it's just like when we coach our clients, we talk about planning for days ahead when they're craving sugary sweets, when they are not feeling energized to work out. When we know what our plan is going to be, it's easier to be successful when we feel low. So first of all, let's just release the past. We've all had bad experiences, and that doesn't decide who you are today, right? We can have a rebirth, a new day. Every day can be that fresh day to start again. And we start again every single time. When we may make a mistake, we can learn from those opportunities of how to grow in our business. I like to focus every single day on what's going to bring me more income to my business, what's going to bring me more influence to help people so that they heal, or how can I help a health coach so that they can be more productive and have a full-time business and see clients. So focusing on those income producing activities is vital for our businesses. But I have absolutely been in the shoes. I'm teaching a class that I need to hear over and over again, because this is something that I deal with. It can be so difficult at times to focus on something for an extended period of time, right? But with the right approach, you absolutely can keep yourself motivated without feeling lonely. And a lot, I feel like, goes into making sure that we get things done during every single workday. Every single day counts, and we need to do things that are going to be productive so we move forward in our business. And so some of the tips I'm going to tell you today are going to seem obvious, but some I've never heard anywhere else. So stay tuned. And if we haven't met yet, welcome. I am Lori Campa. I am a working health coach, and I also train health coaches to make their purpose of changing lives stronger than their fears of having this profitable, full wellness business, and really to thrive, to do the work that they truly love. So you are in the #1 right spot for wellness entrepreneurs to grow their business, especially with wellness workshops. So this topic of staying focused, right? Staying energized or working alone, it's near and dear to my heart. I am an extrovert, surprise, surprise. I am an Enneagram 7. That's the enthusiast. Is there any other 7s here? Let me know. So we love working with people. We love having team atmospheres, but still, as a solo entrepreneur, I have needed to find ways to stay motivated while working alone. So I love the freedom of working alone, right? Does anybody else just love the freedom that we can set our own hours, we can wear our PJs, we don't have to shower every day. I absolutely have days where I don't wear makeup, I don't do my hair, right? But the isolation can be hard at times. So even before I became a health coach, I was working at Meet Minneapolis Convention Visitors Association. And when they first hired me in 1998, they didn't have enough office space. So I was able to have a home office. And as they grew, and I actually had an office in downtown Minneapolis, I was grandfathered in to also have a home office because that's the way I was hired. So I have had a home office for over 25 years. So I've learned a trick or two about how to stay motivated when you are at home. And I think sometimes it can be harder to focus at home because we have more distractions. So I feel ya, I've been there, and I really understand why imprison isolation as a punishment, right? Because we know we need connection. That's fundamental, especially during this pandemic. We have felt the lack of connection more than ever, but we need to be around other people. And I think it's okay to feel lonely. We need to lean into that and be intentional about why do we feel that way and what can we do about that. So how do you deal with staying energized while working at home? So I want to hear what your tips are as well. We can go through these at the end, but how do you deal with staying focused when you are all alone at home and you have the laundry, you have the kids, you have other things that are demanding your time and attention? So I would love to hear from you what you think as well. But I feel like my soul, and I think all of you probably can agree with this, I feel like my soul needs interaction. I need to connect with others. And even just being here today, whether it's live or maybe you're going to be connecting with me and a recording, it's a wonderful way to interact and to have our soul feel connected. So the first thing is just we need to be intentional to connect with other people. It's not just going to happen without going after a plan. So we can get our social fix, a lot of it outside of work, and it's good for our business to do that because it keeps our mind active. But we have to create those activities, right? So maybe it's as easy as just phoning a friend, having tea with a friend every week, somebody that you know that would love to connect with you, and set up a date every Thursday at noon, every whatever time it is that you're going to connect each week and you can support each other. My best friend and I, we walk together at least once a week. We don't have a set time because of our schedules, but we know we're going to connect for at least 90 minutes every single week. So also, I moved into a new neighborhood last year and I didn't know anyone. It was during the pandemic. So when it came time for the night to unite, I created a Facebook group and I just told a few neighbors like, hey, this is what's going on. Here's a flyer. We did flyers to everybody and we came together and we got to meet. And now we're getting together for some walks and for some more interaction. So sometimes you might have to take some time to plan something, but schedule some time to get out of the house every day, even if it's just in the morning and stretching. I love just greeting the day and feeling the sun on my face. It's also fun to get together with friends that have the same kind of mindset that you do about health. So I like to call them healthy happy hours or restaurant club, where you go to different types of restaurants. Now in the pandemic, I had to miss a lot of this, but we have to adjust to what we can do right now. So going outside when it's a nice weather is a wonderful activity. During the pandemic, I set up Zoom accounts, Zoom calls with my yoga friends, and we would do yoga about 5 times a week together. And I would play a class on an on-demand, and we would all just practice together. I'd put out a schedule every single week, and it varied in how many people came, but I needed that energy. I love that energy of seeing my friends and my family working out with me. Now I'm going in live to fitness classes, but I'm sure a lot of you love doing things as a group that are healthy, like group fitness classes, cooking classes, classes about stones, essential oils, different things like that. And that's also good for your business, right? My very first client came to me, we were at a cooking class together. And then I told her I was at school for Institute of Integrated Nutrition, and she asked if I would health coach her. And I thought, oh my goodness, yes, okay, let's do this, right? So you can also get involved in established Facebook groups that are already around, or meetup groups, right? So I belong to paddleboarding groups, hiking groups, yoga groups, and I schedule a lot of these dates myself. So I will find a date that works for me to go paddleboarding in a lake that I want to go to. I find somebody that I want to connect with, and we figure out what's a date and a time and location that's going to work for the two of us. Then I put it out there to everybody else. I also post this on my Wanna Be Healthy South Metro Facebook group. So I'm not only connecting with others doing something healthy, but I'm also inviting people in my community to say, hey, come join us for this hike, come join us for this yoga class, come join us for this paddle boarding. It's all a lot of fun. And I usually have like 6 to 10 people that will come. And so it's a really nice time just to connect, meet other like-minded people. Now, I really love the connecting when it's also good for business like that, right? Because you can connect and you can enhance your work at the same time. So you are increasing your productivity. So maybe you connect with other coaches in your area. Maybe you meet once a month in person, or maybe you meet with other coaches via Zoom. When I first became a health coach, I put together a Facebook group for health coaches in Minnesota so that we were actually meeting when we first started once a month for a brunch or a lunch or a walk and talk, because we were all going through the same thing. So think about what coaches that you would want to meet with that aren't competition, but that you could maybe collaborate with and brainstorm with each other as well. I absolutely love Zoom co-working sessions with other coaches, and it's so easy. And if you want more of these, please put it in the comments and I will absolutely schedule them. But basically what it is we all meet together for 1 hour. And the first 5 minutes, everybody puts in what they're going to work on for the next 25 minutes. You can't check your phone, you can't go to the bathroom, you can't grab a snack. You are just going to work on this one project. Maybe it's writing an email, right? So you just do that one project. Then we get back for 5 minutes. I either lead some yoga or we get up and we dance. I have everybody just vote on what we want to do to move our bodies. Then we decide, what are we going to do for the next 25 minutes? And maybe it's the same project that you need to continue on. But every single time I have done this, and other coaches have done this with me, they said we get so much done in that 1 hour. Plus, it's really fun to connect and just have fun, laugh, and just work. So if you want to do more of those, let me know, because it's really easy for me to set those up, and I can just put it in our Facebook group, the Workshop Support for Wellness Entrepreneurs. But it's also fun to join a group program, right? Something that you as a coach maybe go connecting with other health coaches on the same goal. So in Workshops Done Academy, the course that I run, we have accountability pods. So when you join Workshops Done Academy, I ask you all to find 2, 3, or 4 other coaches in the group that have similar schedules to you that you can meet once a week. And you can really talk about your bio, your workshops, how you are doing with things. On top of, when I have a group program, there's weekly Zoom meetings as well. So that's really fun to energize your business, that you're working hard, but you're also having a lot of fun together. And because I do wellness workshops, I love working with partners for wellness workshops. And that is a lot of fun energy because it's different partners for different things. So when I first started giving wellness workshops, I ran a wellness expo, and it was just a chiropractor, myself, and somebody else who does doTERRA oils, that we all had this idea, and we thought, okay, we gave each other the job of what we needed to do, and we put together this wellness expo. We've put together ladies' nights. We've done all these different events together, and it was also a lot of fun. So maybe think about your chiropractor office, maybe think about your community ed, wherever you are, and these can be in person or on Zoom. I also think it's fun to be a guest on a podcast. So the podcasts you're listening to, are there any podcasts that you think that you could be a guest on, that you have a success story, that you have some feedback, some great comments, some stories to share with them? It's fun to interact with people that way. Maybe this is what I always love. I love having my free coaching sessions. So I do these free 15 to 30-minute coaching sessions for new people I haven't met before. So they are for my future health coaching clients, so people that I call that my breakthrough session. So we really dig in deep. Most of those are for sure 30 minutes, dig in deep about, wave the magic wand. In 6 months, where do you want your life to look? And really talking about that. That's exciting to meet so many new people. And I love also meeting with health coaches. So we meet and we talk about the strategy of their business and what it looks like, a year from now, 6 months from now. I love asking that same magic wand question. Where does your dream business look like? What does it look like 6 months from now? And let's backtrack, and what are the actions you need to take to get there, right? So maybe it's just scheduling more breakthrough sessions, which is great for business as well. And I love this meeting that we do every single Wednesday live in our Facebook group. It's at noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. I intentionally put this together as live instead of a recorded podcast, a recorded video. I love it live so I can be energized from all of you, and I can get your comments and we can connect here. So thank you so much for joining me live today. And if you have not joined me live, come to the workshop support for wellness entrepreneurs group, and you can find it at loricampa.biz/workshops for health coaches. And that will redirect you to Facebook. So loricampa.biz/workshops for health coaches. So another thing, I feel that in my office, I need to keep my space tidy. So let me know, does that feel good to you when you have your space clean? You only have your work information on your desk. So many of you are probably a parent like I am, or you have other responsibilities outside of work, right? We all have electricity bills. We all have things to do. So I like to put my personal family to do in a container, and it's actually at a table that's below my desk. So I can't see it. But for example, I have a permission slip for one of my daughters that needs to physically be filled out. Well, I'm not going to do it right now during the workday, but tonight I will grab that container and I'm going to work through that. So think about, can you put your personal family items in a different room, in a drawer, different things like that, and then allow yourself time just to focus on that in one block. So it's out of sight during the workday, because for me, I get overwhelmed easily if I have too much on my plate. So I always have to think about what's the one thing that I'm going to work on right now, so I don't feel like I have too many things to work on. And so removing your distractions is going to help. I also get distracted because I'm on the main floor and the kitchen is right next to me. Does anybody else get distracted with either grabbing snacks, or I get distracted because I want to cook? And I think, yeah, when I'm cooking, I'm getting things done. And sometimes I will plan, okay, I'm going to food prep at this time, and I'm going to watch these videos from a course I'm taking. I might multitask a little bit, but I like to have my snacks only be in the afternoon to be healthy, and try to just eat my meals. But if I have a snack, it's usually an apple and some cashews or almonds. So it's a quick to go and not something I'm going to be making a lot. Lunches, I like to prep salad bars in my fridge. So today I could just grab a bunch of different things. I actually had bacon in there today, so that was really fun. So think about, what are your distractions that you need to get rid of so you can focus. Another thing is, I love to use noise canceling headphones, and because sometimes I might have a neighbor mowing the lawn, I might hear my partner on a Zoom call upstairs, or the kids. So I love having these noise canceling headphones on so I can just focus on my work. And my prime thing to listen to is called Hemi-Sync Focus on Spotify. So when I have my headphones on, it also is telling the rest of the family, Lori's really focused. Do not disturb her. Do not walk into the office. But on Spotify, it's called Hemi-Sync Focus. So if you have not done that playlist, it really takes you through all of the whole way to activate your brain waves. So music, to me, with words, they're distracting. So just listen to what works for you and what doesn't. Do you like quiet? Do you like soft music? every now and then I do need to put on some Journey, Don't Stop Believin', and just jam out for 5 minutes and then go back to work. But when I'm actually focused, it needs to be calm. I like to put my phone on the do not disturb, and I just have it so that just the kids can come in for a text if I need to see that. But otherwise, everybody else is going to be just going in to my voicemail at that time. So another thing is, if you have a lot of commotion around your office, some of us do not have an office in their home. So I do now, but in my old house, it was partially my bedroom, partially the dining room table. So if that is you, sometimes you need to move and change your environment, have a little change of scenery. And I even do that now, even though I have this nice, big, beautiful office. I will sometimes move to the kitchen so I can stand, and I will move my entire thing so my computer is higher and I can just stand and work for a little bit. Sometimes I like to work on my deck or my patio. So yesterday I had some videos to watch and I just sat out on my deck and felt the sun. I also like going to the library. So I like to go into those little small meeting rooms. And when you go in there during the pandemic, you don't need to have a mask on. And I just allow myself maybe 2 or 3 hours there. And what tasks do I need to get done? I give myself a goal. I can't get up to do anything else or go to social media until I get those tasks done. That way I don't have any distractions from the family, from cooking, or anything else around me. And when I think about what I need to get done, I like to have intentions for my space, for my work. So I do clear my office every week with sage, and every corner I talk about the intention. This week was productive bliss, just to have a lot of fun working in this space. And so think about, what is your intention from your heart that you're looking for? And then I have my actual business strategies, and that's going to be, what's my strategy for the year, for the quarter, the month, and then the week. So then I know, okay, what do I need to work on to get to that yearly goal, to get to the quarter goal, to get to that month or weekly goal? And what do you need to get done this week? And what do you need to get done today to move forward in your business? So I like to do the same thing with my business as I do with health coaching, where we take a goal and then we break it down, right? So then it's really easy, manageable to get something done. So you might have a big project like update your website. Well, you're not going to be able to do that in one day, but maybe you would have one big goal to update, to rewrite one page, to do something like that. But so set intentions, set your to-do list. I like to think about my top 3 things. So again, break them down. That's going to help your coaching skills to find solutions. But we don't want to have a list. And sometimes I have done this where I will list out a whole page of to-do lists, and that might be for my week. And then I turn the page and then I write my top 3 things. Some of my coaching clients, they like to write their top 3 things on a whiteboard every single day, and then they have fun crossing it out. So every personality is a little bit different, but we want to focus on our income producing tasks first, right? So schedule them or put them in order. I like to chunk out a time for my most important activities. So time management skills are absolutely needed in order not to lose track. I have spent many of days being busy all day long and not actually accomplishing anything. Yesterday, actually, when was it? Monday, we had our Facebook outage, and I felt, what a nice break. I didn't feel the need to have to go to Facebook. I could just focus on my work. So I do like to break my day up into chunks, to batch work. So sometimes I will have in the morning some time just for social media and emails, and then in the late afternoon, again, social media and emails. Otherwise, our brain is going back and forth all day long between different topics. So avoid the busy tasks like Facebook scrolling. Schedule time for your social media and for your emails. When I'm working on my top 3, sometimes it's top 5, sometimes it's top 1, right? But what is your number 1 thing or number 1, 2, and 3 thing that you need to get done. And I like to use the app called the Pomodoro method. And so you just put the timer on for 25 minutes. It gives you a 5-minute break to go do a dance, and then you go back again. And to me, this is almost like right before you go on vacation, you have to get all this work done, and you get it all done in about 2 hours. But if you didn't have a deadline, it might take you all day, right? So when we have that focused scheduled time, we can actually get more done. And then we have our scheduled time for our breaks. So every day I leave the house to practice yoga. So most days I practice in the morning during the workday at either 8:30 or 10 a.m. On Wednesdays, I do it in the evening because I have a favorite instructor that's about a half hour from here that I like to go to see. But schedule your time for your gym, schedule your time for walking. We all know how important personal time is to have our self-care so that we can really thrive as a business entrepreneur. So block off that time with your family. For me, I work Monday through Friday, about 9 to 5:30. So I have every evening and weekend with my family. I do work sometimes on weekends, but my family comes first, and only if I see that there's an opportune time, I will get a couple hours in on a weekend. But when I first started to health coach, I did work 2 evenings a week, and now I only take clients that are available during the day. Now I have to say that I started this before the pandemic, but everybody is much more available to just meet during the day because most people are working from home still. So think about what is right for you for your balance. I love I have a routine, but it does feel, I can mix it up a little bit, but I do feel best when I get ready for the day. But ready might mean no shower and no makeup. It's maybe just meaning getting dressed and brushing my teeth and combing my hair, right? I wear yoga clothes most days, but some people find that if they dress up, they feel much better. And so on days like today, when I do live training, I will do my hair and put on makeup. I'm also seeing clients right after this every Wednesday afternoon. So I couple that together on a day that's like, yep, it's a hair and makeup day. So create structure that works for you. When we have structure, the decisions are already made. Just like when we plan for our meals every week, I plan what we're going to eat every day. I don't ever think about what's for dinner or what's for breakfast because it's on the list. I've already taken the time to figure that out, right? And when we don't have structure, and I've had days like this, I think we all have, it's an open day, right? And if it's not focused, you may be busy, but you didn't get any work done that was meaningful for your business. So you didn't get anything to move that pencil forward. So we've all had days like this, and that's okay. We just have to move on and the next day work even harder. And I love to schedule real breaks. So my lunch, I do take a quick lunch break, but I don't like to have it right here in front of my computer. I like to go outside or I'll sit at the table, but find a balance. You can have a real break without your computer. I think when we work from home, we have this merge between our two lives, our personal family life and our work life. And I actually have a keynote talk that's 45 minutes just about finding balance. So it's an important topic that I could go on and on. And I typically do one thing at a time, but laundry is a great one that I'll multitask throughout the day, and maybe cooking something in a slow cooker, right? Those are some things that we can kind of put away and go from there. So I want to hear from you. Was this helpful today? Did you get some tips that are brand new that work for you? Are you going to listen to the HemiSync focus? What are you going to do differently to plan for when you have days that you just feel all alone? You don't feel motivated or energized. So let me know what you're going to implement to stay focused and energized. Or maybe let me know, like, what are the 1 to 3 things that you're going to do today? What are you going to be focused on to get done? And if you haven't seen it, every single Monday in our Facebook group, Workshop Support for Wellness Entrepreneurs, I have a post every Monday that's asking you, what are your 3 things? What are your top things that you're going to get done this week? And put your comments in there. there to keep yourself accountable. And every Friday, I have a post that says, hey, let's celebrate. What did you get done? Right? So engage with everybody else in the group. Have fun with other coaches supporting each other. Again, you can find it at loricampa.biz/workshops for health coaches, and that will redirect you. So I love to celebrate every Friday. Hey, you know, this is what we got done, right? We need to keep these rewards going. And so think about, what is the next best thing you have to figure out? Do you need a coach to help you along, to help you to define what you need, or do you know what you are already working with you? So today, I'm teaching this topic that I constantly need reminders. So think about, how can you incorporate with your own wellness workshops the things that you need reminders to teach what we need to grow. And again, these weekly live trainings for health coaches, my goal here is that these are a resource for you, that they are relevant to you. So let me know if these are helping. If you have any topics that you would like discussed, that you would like to learn from, please let me know. And I also post some different content on Instagram, and you can just find me at Coach Lori, Lori, if we're not already following each other. And if you're wondering if maybe business coaching is right for you, or if Workshops Done Academy, the Workshops Done Right program is for you, let's set up a session. Let's engage, let's connect, let's collaborate, right? So that's at loricampa.biz/free session. So loricampa.biz/free session, and that would schedule your free business strategy session with me. So thank you so much for joining me live here today, and I look forward to seeing you next week.